Welcome to Brainish English Stories.
My name is Victoria. I am 28 years old. I was born in a small house in Mexico. My family did not have much money. I was the only daughter of my parents. Every night my mother would pray for me. She asked God to give me a better future. I had a dream for my parents. I wanted to give them happiness. I worked very hard. I searched for jobs. I stayed awake late at night hoping to find a way to make some money. One night, while I was scrolling on my phone, a pop-up came on the screen. It said, "Find real love in America." At first, I thought it was silly, but then I opened that app, and that is how I met Jeremy, a man from New York. His first message said, "I do not need a perfect girl. I want a real one." From that day, we started talking every day. Slowly, I began to trust him. After a few weeks, he asked me, "Victoria, will you come to America to live with me?" My heart began to beat fast. I was shocked, but I was also excited. Jeremy promised to marry me. He said he would take care of my visa, my flight, and everything else. When I told my parents, they became very worried. My father said, "You do not know him well." My mother said, "What if he is lying? What if he hurts you?" I did not want to hurt them, but I also did not want to lose this chance to change my life. I thought a lot. I was confused. But that night I made a decision. While my parents were sleeping, I packed my bag. I went to my parents' room and cried. I said, "Please forgive me. I love you. One day I will make you proud." That night I went to my best friend's house. The next day Jeremy arrived in Mexico. He sent me a message. "I am at the airport. Where are you?" My heart was beating fast. I was scared. I went to the airport. I wanted to see if he was real or just another lie. Then I saw him. He had flowers in his hands. He looked nervous. He had really come. He looked real. Jeremy saw me and smiled. He said, "Victoria, I came for you. Let's start a new life together." I took Jeremy's hand, and our new life began. The first few weeks were beautiful. I cooked dinner and cleaned the house. I waited for Jeremy every day like a new bride. Each evening he came home, kissed my forehead, and said, "I am home, my darling wife." I began to believe in love. I thought maybe I did the right thing. Maybe one day even my parents would understand. I felt happy. After 6 months, things began to change. Jeremy stopped talking like before. He came home late, did not smile much, and slept early. No hugs, no good nights, just silence. One night I asked him, "Jeremy, is everything okay?" He got angry and said, "You're thinking too much, Victoria. Stop making it a big deal." Tears filled my eyes. It hurt. The man who once called me his queen now made me feel invisible. Then one morning while we were having tea, he said, "I have a business trip to Boston. I will be gone for a few days." I nodded and smiled. I packed his bag. I knew something was wrong. Still, I stayed quiet. I wanted to believe everything was fine. I wanted to trust him, but deep inside I knew my marriage was falling apart. One afternoon I went to Jeremy's office to give him his wallet, but he was not there. I walked by a coffee shop and stopped. I looked through the window and my heart broke. Jeremy was inside. He was sitting with another woman. She was holding his hand. They were laughing and smiling. Then he kissed her right there in public, as if he did not have a wife, as if I had never been a part of his life. I felt weak. I could not move. I could not cry. I just stood there watching my husband act like I never existed. I understood the truth. I was not his wife. I was not his love. I remembered my parents' words. Maybe they were right. Maybe he was never mine. I ran home and cried like a child, asking myself what I had done wrong. Hours later, he came back home like nothing had happened. I asked him, "Who is she?" He looked at me and said, "She is the one I love, not you. You were just part of my immigration plan, Victoria. You can stay for a few weeks, but after that, leave." I froze. My world stopped moving. I wanted to scream. I wanted to cry, but I said nothing. I went to my room, opened a drawer, and found the letter my mother gave me when I left home. It said, "If one day your husband breaks your heart, come home. We will still be waiting." I held that letter and cried. My husband left me for another woman so easily. I had no green card, no job, no family, no home. I was alone in a big country that did not even know my name. I found a small shelter home for women. Why did I leave my mother? Why did I trust him? Is this all my fault? I felt broken. I felt lost. My eyes were full of tears. I had no job, no passport, no money, and no one to help me. I had to become my own hero. So I began to work hard. I began making handbags and dresses. I worked with my hands all day. I just wanted to survive. I created an Instagram page. I was nervous, but I posted pictures of my work, my bags, my dresses. At first, no one noticed, but slowly people began to like, comment, and message me. I named it Victoria Designs. I worked hard every day. 2 years later, I opened my own shop. One day I was at my store when suddenly I saw Jeremy. I froze. We both stared at each other, shocked. He looked old and tired. He said, "Victoria, I was wrong. She left me. I lost my business. I lost everything. Please, I need you. Give me one more chance." I looked at him, but in my mind I saw the nights I cried, the pain he gave me. He did not just leave me, he broke me. I said loudly, "This man is following me. He is making me feel scared." People stopped and looked. Jeremy shouted, "She is lying. She is my wife. I love her." He tried to touch my hand. I said, "He touched me without my permission. I want to file a case." The police came. Jeremy cried, "Please, Victoria, don't do this." I said to him, "You hurt the girl who loved you. This is not revenge. This is justice." 2 weeks later, I got my green card. I could finally meet my parents. I missed them very much. So I took a flight back to Mexico. As I stood in front of my old home, my hands shook. I knocked on the door. My mother asked, "Who is it?" I said, "It's me, Victoria." She opened the door and froze, her eyes filled with tears as she said, "Victoria, my daughter." She held my face and we both cried. My mother said, "We thought we lost you, but God brought you back stronger." I hugged my father. I looked at them and said, "I have my own shop in the US. I made it." My father smiled and said, "We are proud of you." I wanted my parents to live a better life, so I brought them with me to the US. I gave them comfort, care, and love just like they once gave me. I cooked for them and took care of their health. Months passed. One day I got a call from the police. They had arrested Jeremy. He had used not just me, but many other women. He had played with their hearts, too. I went to the station and saw him. He looked at me and said, "Victoria, please help me." I said, Jeremy, I can destroy you. I can make sure you stay in jail forever, but I am not like you. I don't carry hate. I forgive you, and I don't wish to see you ever again. I walked away without looking back. I did not feel pain. I felt peace. Never trust blindly. Never leave your parents for a stranger. Your parents are not your enemies. They are the only people who always want the best for you.